we are gonna go through my skincare empties today. I have a bunch of stuff. I have been saving my trash. I have not done one of these videos for a couple years. If you are new here, my name is Penny. I am a master esthetician in Portland, Oregon, and I'm excited that you're here. I hope you will subscribe. I hope you'll tap the bell, and I hope all of you will consider following me over on Instagram because I post all kinds of skincare content over there as well. And it's kind of more casual. We do IG stories and IGTV and all that fun stuff. So I'll put my Instagram link in the description box, and I hope you'll join me over there as well. Okay, let's get into this, you guys. First one I'm going to share with you is something I've talked about for a couple years, a couple good years, and it is one of my all-time favorite products, and it is my Sukoyaka Suhada Urea Moisture Essence. So I have two empties, two of these. I use this all the time, and I may even forget to mention this when I do skincare routines and things, because it is literally one of those things that's just almost... it's just part of what I do. No matter what my routine, I almost always have this in it. It is a moisturizing water. I have a brand new one too. It is a moisturizing water that features urea. And urea is a humectant. A humectant is like a drink of water for your skin that, hydrates and gives you that plumpness, and that hydration makes your skin look more supple and like it's gotten a drink of water. Well, urea is a lot like hyaluronic acid, and it is a smaller molecule than hyaluronic acid, which means that it's able to penetrate a little bit deeper into our epidermis, and it's able to stay a little longer, hydrate a little bit better. So for me, urea is one of those really superstar ingredients. This also does have hyaluronic acid, and then it has other humectants, ceramides, all kinds of good stuff. Something to note is the second to last ingredient in this one is alcohol. And this is one of those instances where it is in no way drying to the skin. Now, is this a magic bullet? Will it replace your moisturizer? No, definitely not. But for me, what this is it is the first prep step in a hydrating routine. And it really helps me to then put on other things that absorb better into my skin. And I feel like it just preps my canvas. I love this so much. I can't ever imagine being without it. It's a huge bottle, and it's around 22 bucks. And I will tell you that the last time I talked about this in a video, it's been a long time, this jumped in price on Amazon. It jumped drastically. Like, people were buying it for like $80. And I just want you to know that it is not an $80 essence. I have a hair. It is not an $80 essence. So if you ever see this and you really, really want it, because I'm sitting here talking about it like it's crazy, and this is anywhere over like $25, they've jacked the price, wait a little while, and come back to it because it should not be that expensive. Just a little tip in case that happens again. But I do love this. I do love this. Okay, next we're gonna talk about another one like that, and that is my Clean Biotic by Dr. Brandt. I have two empties here, and I have another one that I'm actually over halfway through. This is such a great cleanser, you guys. This is the Clean Biotic pH Balanced Yogurt Cleanser. It's really just a very gentle cleanser that doesn't strip my skin. I love it with my PMD Clean, my little tool to cleanse my skin. I feel like it just doesn't do anything but gently cleanse my skin. There is the tiniest bit of foam. I mean, it's really, really tiny. It's not like it super foams up. I just love the way it leaves my skin. It's a perfect second cleanse, and I love it. The only time I've ever bought it is on sale, and I will stock up during different Sephora sales. So if you are interested in trying this one, I would just wait, because there should be a sale coming soon where you can get at least 20% off, but it is an excellent cleanser. Along the same lines is my IsClinical Cleansing Complex. This is one of the most gentle but effective cleansers I've ever used. And I would say that I actually like this one even better than the Dr. Brandt. And this lasted forever. I have another one on order coming, and I love to use this one with my PMD clean as well. And I would say that every single skin type could use this. I think everybody. It is so gentle. It is so great for your barrier, and it is a perfect second cleanse. You guys, it's just a clear gel, no fragrance, and it's just a really, really nice cleanser. I definitely love that one, and I have another one coming. Next up is something that you guys will recognize, and that is my Dearskin Tranex. Now, this is a brightening serum, and it is a tranexamic acid 5%. Now, I have talked about TA before. It is a pigment inhibitor. It will help to lighten browns. This also has other things in it like kojic acid and some vitamin C, some things that are supposed to help really brighten your skin. It definitely does do that, and I find that it helps a lot with the browns. Now, I have repurchased this several times, but this is the last bottle that I actually have on hand. And it had a little tiny bit. That's it. It's otherwise it's gone. So the reason why I don't have another one of these is because I have been testing the Peter Thomas Roth. This is the niacinamide discoloration treatment. This is a Pro Strength. Now, I have been using this in lieu of my Tranex for a long time now, for like a long time, several weeks. And I will tell you that when I am all done with this, it's highly unlikely that I'm going to repurchase this. I will probably just go back to this one. This Peter Thomas Roth is $88. And I like it a lot. I really like it a lot, but I actually haven't noticed any change in the browns when I'm using this one. Whereas when I use my Dearskin, I definitely notice that it keeps my hyperpigmentation at bay. And I also notice a little bit of a brightening with my skin. I just think it's stronger. I think that the TA, the tranexamic acid in the Peter Thomas Roth is 3%, where it's 5% in the Dearskin. Also, the Dearskin is somewhere around 20 bucks, so you can rebuy it over and over. I really do like this Peter Thomas Roth product. I do feel like it really brightens my skin. Like the skin that is under the brown, that's under the freckles, looks pinker and brighter and healthier, and it's probably the niacinamide in here. I haven't used this consistently, a really strong, potent niacinamide for a while, for several months, and I think that that is what's going on with this one. But I don't notice the lightening of the browns like I do with this one. So even though this one is gone, I'm going to use this one up, and then I will be repurchasing this one, just to give you a little mini review of this one. So next up is going to be another Sukoyaka Suhada product, and that is the eye cream. So this is the Urea eye cream, and I actually polished it off, you guys. I've had this for a really long time. I do, of course, have a backup. This is one of the most underrated eye creams ever. It is so good, you guys. You get an entire ounce and it's like $22. Again, it is urea based, has hyaluronic acid. It has other really great things in it. I love to use this in multiple ways. First of all, I of course use it as an eye cream, and I use it as my eye cream under my makeup, and it's lovely. It doesn't pill. It certainly doesn't give milia, for me anyway. I love this to use it overnight. It's a great nighttime eye cream. It is a great eye mask. I love to take a really decent amount of it, and I will put it under each eye thick, like a mask. And I will just leave it to sit, almost like I put my own, eye masks on, and I don't ever rinse it away. I just let it, I'll do that at like 7 o'clock at night, and I'll just let it sit, and it eventually I kind of rub it in after an hour or two. And I am telling you, it is a fantastic way to really get a rush of hydration. Well, the reason why I feel like I can do that is because it's huge and it's not expensive. And I just really do feel like it makes a huge difference in the hydration of the skin under my eyes. It is not lightening any pigment. It is not lightening dark circles. It isn't doing any of that kind of stuff. It is just a super great hydrator. Next up is my tinted moisturizer SPF 46 from Dermatology. So I have one empty here. It's this one. And I have a backup. What is going on? I have one empty, and then of course I have a backup. I have gone through countless numbers of these. This is one of the best sunscreens I've ever used. This one is tinted. And it's nice because it doesn't leave a white cast at all. It's very, very silky. If you are somebody who likes the EltaMD UV Clear Tinted, this is an absolute dupe for that. And it's about half the price. So good. It even smells identical to that EltaMD. It is just a really fantastic hydrating, moisturizing sunscreen that is beautiful under makeup. It provides the best kind of primer action to any makeup I ever wear. And I feel like it gives just the most beautiful sheen. Now, I have heard people say that if they are like normal to oily, they don't like it as much. So it's probably for those of you who are normal and normal to dry, and dry would like this one. Now this one does have niacinamide in it, which is vitamin B3. I love that. I love getting an extra dose. It's also what's in this Peter Thomas Roth. Vitamin B3 is helpful for all kinds of things, but what I like it for is brightening the skin as well as our barrier function, which can help. It's a byproduct that can kind of help with your pores, because if your barrier's, you know, healthy and strong, then your pores may appear to look a little bit more refined. The pores themselves don't really change, but niacinamide can help with the appearance of your pores. I love this. I love it so much. And like I said, I've gone through countless bottles, but I will be tossing that one. Okay, we're gonna get to a couple NIOD things now, or NIOD. I have gone through, as you guys know, my copper amino isolate serum. I've gone through a couple of these. This one is dusted. I have not repurchased this one. First of all, I didn't repurchase it because it was out of stock. It was out of stock for a little while, but then I decided I needed to go through what I already own, and that is the Dr. Picard VIP serum. So I'm going to go through this guy. I'm gonna make myself finish this one off before I purchase another one. I mean, that's my intention right at this moment. But this one is definitely not as favored, in my opinion, as the NIOD. This one is fragranced, first of all, and I can't stand that. I wish they didn't fragrance it. And it's kind of a funky, perfumey fragrance. So for that reason, this one definitely has taken a second. It's a great, great, great copper peptide, but I just like the CA. I like the NIOD better. It's just a better copper peptide, but I am going to finish this one off first. So this one is a repurchase. It's just not yet. Okay, the other thing from NIOD is their multi-molecular complex. This is excellent, you guys. I blew through this one because I use it before microcurrent treatments. So I use this one to hydrate my skin before I go in and do a glove microcurrent treatment. But I haven't repurchased this one yet because I'm going to, but I've been testing out something from Dermatology, which is their 10 times hydration booster. This one is a serious hydrating serum. Right here. Oh, there it goes dripping. So this one is a clear hydrating serum that uses hyaluronic acid and some other humectants. It's got ceramides. It's really, really nice. And the deal with the Dermatology is that you get 1.8 ounces. It comes with a pump, which I really, really like. I like that better than the dropper. And the Dermatology, you get the 1.8 ounces, and I want to say it's like $41. This one is half an ounce, you guys, and it's $35. But that might be it might be 1 ounce is $35 on the Dearskin website. I compared them. This one is definitely a better value when you price it out by ounce. So I'm gonna get through this one first, and then my plan is to really compare them. But so far, I'm really, really liking this one before I do my microcurrent treatments. I feel like I put this on and it gives me hydrated skin to then go on and do my microcurrent treatment, which is how I felt about this too. This one does have 15 different forms of hyaluronic acid in it. The ingredient deck is incredibly impressive, and I loved it. And I can't see that I won't buy it again. I'm really kind of in this moment where I'm like, I gotta try and use some of the stuff that I have, especially if I really like some of the stuff. Before I go and rebuy, I need to try and use some other stuff that I'm enjoying, except for the things that I can't stand that I have to rebuy. So you get the idea here. So this one's good. Okay, we have, and this is funny because I have a gazillion of these too, Lumify, you guys. I have probably 2 more upstairs. I have another one in my purse. I have these all over the place. I've been talking about these for years now. These are the eye drops that I use, and they literally just transform your eyeballs. I mean, they make the whites of your eyes so incredibly white, but they also make the waterline white. So as I have aged, I have noticed that my waterline is a little bit pink, just regularly. It's just, I guess my eyes are more irritated. They aren't as clear looking. They're a little bit more cloudy. And when I use this, it just instantly brightens my entire face because the whites of my eyes and the waterline just goes back to a normal color and my eyes look brighter. And I love that. Now, I have to tell you that so many people have commented and said, you need to not overuse this or at some point it will bother your eyes. I have not experienced that yet. But I want to tell you that because I've had enough people say it in the comments that I do think that it is a fair thing to share with you guys, that some people have said, hey, don't overuse that or you'll end up with more red eye. So like I said, I have experienced no dryness to my eyes. I've experienced no rebound redness. I don't necessarily use it every single day. I definitely skip days, plenty of days here and there. Anyway, big favorite. This last one, I've also gone through several tubes of this guy, and I've repurchased this multiple times. And this is my Theraderm. This is the NuPeel. It is a Enzyme Peel. Now, I pretty much exclusively use this one after I dermaplane. So this one is when I do a dermaplaning treatment, which at home right now, I'm being super lazy and I'm literally using a razor and I'm shaving my face, you guys. That is what I am doing, even though I have all the dermaplaning tools from the treatment room and I could be doing like a full-on dermaplaning service on myself. I'm shaving my face with a razor. And I still go in and I use the Theraderm after because what I feel like it does is it just helps kind of eat up the excess keratin that can kind of get kicked up when you do a dermaplaning or you shave. And it does ball up. And I do think that some of the balling up is product that starts to kind of solidify. And I do think that some of it is also keratin and it kind of gels together. So it's very satisfying to use, even if some of what's balling up is the product, because it's kind of like one of the old school gommage with also your skin. And when you rinse it away, you definitely can tell that your skin is super, super smooth. And it uses papaya and I think pineapple as the enzymes. So, you know, they just kind of do that little digestion like Pac-Man eating up the, you know, dead keratin and whatnot. And it just leaves your skin super duper smooth after you do, you know, if you do microdermabrasion, if you do a dermaplaning, you know, treatment, any of those kind of treatments where you really want to just get your skin super smooth, this is awesome. And I've never really found anything like it. I've been using this for years. I used it in office on clients and I've used it at home forever and I've never found anything that compares to it. So this is definitely a favorite and I've repurchased it a mazillion times. Okay, the last thing is my Versed vitamin C. I actually finished this a long time ago and somehow it managed to stick around. It was just kind of in my stuff. And I did not repurchase this one only because I've tried so many other vitamin C's. I did really like this. I thought it was good. I mean, I went through the entire thing. So, you know, let's see if there's any in there. I did go through the whole, no, it's empty. I did go through the whole thing and I liked it. I had no irritation. It is, I believe, magnesium ascorbyl phosphate. It might be sodium ascorbyl phosphate. I have to look. It's a derivative. It's a vitamin C derivative. I did really like it. I mostly liked it because I didn't notice any irritation. For me, that's a big thing with vitamin C is the irritation. I have a hard time with L-ascorbic acid, so I'm a derivative person. I know that there's all kinds of hubbub over whether or not the derivative works, but for me personally, THD is my favorite type of vitamin C. It is a derivative and yeah, it has less studies behind it than L-ascorbic acid, but for me, it works for me. It doesn't irritate my skin. It lasts longer on the shelf and I notice that my skin looks brighter and glowier when I use it. So I'm using the Truth treatments, but they're very, very expensive and I'm definitely testing other versions. I've tested the Kate Ryan and it was fantastic. And I'm in the the process of testing less expensive versions of THD just to test it out. But yeah, long story short, I'm not repurchasing the Versed. If you liked this one, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts if you want to comment down below. Okay, you guys, those are all of my empties. My plan here is that I'm going to start accumulating more, and I'll probably do another empties maybe at Christmas or something like that, so that I actually have some things to share. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was a little bit of insight into a beauty junkie's actual trash, because I feel like the things that I actually finish up are the biggest examples of the favorites, because, you know, we just go through so much. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope that if you're new here, you'll subscribe, and I will talk to you in my next skincare video. Take care.